So we watched the State of the Union last night, obviously, and there's just no question that Donald Trump has got a genius for politics. I'm not saying he is a genius, but he has got a genius to politics, for politics. Proof, if we needed any proof, I mean, he beat all those great Republican candidates. He then beat Hillary Clinton. You can say, well, she was a terrible candidate, but he chose his moment. He chose his spot when he was going to run for president, and he picked the time when she was running, and he went after her. Last night, and the other thing that I keep saying about Trump is that he learns stuff, you know, he really does. He comes into a place, he comes into a situation, and he learns how to do it. And he's gotten better at doing what he does. Yesterday, the State of the Union was like, it was like a mousetrap. It was a brilliantly constructed piece of work, obviously by Stephen Miller and his other speechwriters, but also obviously by Trump, because he knew what the Democrats were going to do. He's not fooled. He's been watching them. He knew how they were going to react. And so he was able to give a speech about unity while constructing the speech to guarantee that Democrats would make themselves look like absolute crap. I mean, they looked awful. You know, there was an article in the Daily Caller by a lady named Amber Athey, and she wrote a piece, 5 things the Democrats refused to clap for. Let me list them. The national anthem. I mean, Trump told this story about a little boy who went around putting flags on the graves of dead soldiers. And Trump said, and that's why we should stand for the national anthem. The Dems sat on their hands. Like good thinking Democrats, great look for you, sitting on your hands for the national anthem. Second, God. Trump said our motto is in God we trust. Democrats, nothing. Better than the Democratic National Convention when they booed God. That was bad. But this, it's just embarrassing. Tax cuts, they don't like tax cuts. We've heard from Nancy Pelosi, and her dentures were almost falling out as she was grumbling and muttering to herself. She doesn't like people having their own money. And my personal favorite was when Trump talked about record low black unemployment, and the Congressional Black Caucus sat on their hands because they don't like Trump. It's like, but you know, never mind if we have the dignity of a job. We don't like you, Mr. Trump. I mean, that's basically where they're coming from, and people see it. People see it and they get it. And veterans was another one. He talked about giving veterans choice in their healthcare system. Democrats sitting on their hands again. I mean, it was perfectly. He maneuvered them into position, and I believe that there was a method to his madness. There was a reason he was doing it. I have to add to the list in the Daily Caller, my favorite moment, one of my favorite moments, was when Louis Guiterres, the snarling, bitter, anti-American, pro-open borders congressman, heard them chanting USA and rushed out of the room. Just a quick picture of that. Run, Luis, run for your life. USA is coming after you. Run away. You know, every now and then, with all the drama and hysteria of the press and all the drama of politics, it's good to pause and remember for a moment just how well things are going for conservatives and for America and for the conservative vision of America, which is the founders' vision of America. It's good to remember just how entertaining Trump is. And the most important thing of all, it's good to remember how much fun I personally am having during this presidency. Because isn't that what we're all here for, to make me have fun? Absolutely. Trigger warning, I'm Andrew Klavan, and this is The Andrew Klavan Show.